I'm here now with Angel Silvera. Silvera, is that right, Angel? Is that how we pronounce your name?
Yeah, that's perfect. Silvera.
Oh, good. I just want to make sure I get that right. Now, Angel, you're here now on Brooke on the Street, which is our amazing music show on Brooklyn's radio, which talks about artists, the current music industry, and really what's important in order to be successful. Now, Angel, you've been in music for such a long time now, from a very young age. Tell us a little bit about how it started for you. When was your calling to say, right, this is my chance, I'm going to try really hard to be a successful artist? When did it start?
Okay, well, I actually started singing in church. So I was in the choir and the praise and worship team, so I started singing there. And then I just wanted to start singing loads of different styles of music, not just gospel. And then I realised I had a passion for it and a love for it. And I started to fall in love with the way the lyrics and the melody made me feel. So I just decided to compose my own music, write my own stuff based on what I felt. And for me, there was no greater feeling than singing your own songs, if you get what I mean.
Absolutely. So, I mean, did you know what style you wanted to follow even from that time?
No, initially I was just started with gospel because that's what I knew, if you know what I mean. And then afterwards, when I started to experience like stuff in life for myself, I started to write based on what I'd been through or things that I felt, and I just went on it like that.
Do you find as a songwriter it is easier to write from personal experience? Is that a lot easier for you?
Yeah, I think for me that's been the easiest way based on stuff that's happened. But like more recently, I've put myself in other people's shoes to try to write that way.
Anyone in particular that's been a major influence for you in your writing? Any name dropping you want to do? Perhaps you've worked with, perhaps anybody?
Well, I think one of my biggest influences are Coldplay, and I haven't worked with them before, but I would love to. That would just be the best ever. But yeah, I find that they're quite a big influence.
That sounds like a good combination. He has actually worked with a lot of people, hasn't he, the lead singer? So, I didn't expect him to work with people like Rihanna or Beyonce, but it works really well, I think.
Yeah, he's great at like taking somebody that is from a different style to him and then like fusing it and just making a song bang. He's crazy.
Well, that's what it's all about now, isn't it? In sort of the current music industry, the current market that we're in now, it's just changing things and making it more current. The way that social media now is taken over as well, do you think artists now in the industry kind of rely on it a lot in order to be successful now?
Yeah, I do think they do. But I do think people these days are doing a lot of things on their own to try and push themselves as well.
In what respect? What do you mean by that?
I mean, like where social media is concerned specifically, like if you're not pushing yourself for your music on your media, then you know you're narrowing your chances of blowing, basically.
Yeah, so getting out there as well as a songwriter and a vocalist on social media, in like the old days when you used to have things like MySpace. I mean, we don't really have MySpace anymore, but now we've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, you've got a chance to have your own video out there. YouTube is just such a huge asset now. But what is there coming up? What can we see like in the next 5 years' time? Is there anything else that artists can use, do you think, as a platform for their own success?
I mean, I think one of the main things is actually social media, because I do think you can be a great musician, great singer, great artist, but you just don't have that wide of following. And the way you get that is by, creating the material is one thing, but then getting the material heard is another thing. So I think it takes more than somebody with talent. Like, you have to really work hard and push your stuff. Even in terms of being spotted by management or anyone that could help you along the way in your music journey. It's your hard work that will get you noticed as well as your talent and what you do.
Great words of wisdom there. Great words. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There are a lot of artists that you have worked with in the industry, legendary ones as well as ones that are sort of emerging artists as well that are on the scene. Tell us a bit about any great experiences of yours, because I know you've done some work with Stevie Wonder, haven't you, in the past?
Yeah.
How was that? I mean, how did you get that opportunity? It's just so amazing, you know, to say, okay, I have worked with Stevie Wonder, who's like, in my eyes, the same as Michael Jackson. How did you manage that?
Crazy,
how did that happen? That must have been crazy for you when you got that job. Amazing.
It was insane. I went to my mum and I said, I've got some really good news. Like, she was like, oh, are you pregnant? And I'm like, no, Mum, I'm going to be soon.
But that's good that she said that, at least.
She was gassed. She was like, yeah, but be a grandma. But no, I was just overjoyed to have that job. And also, I was quite surprised because everybody else on the team was quite a bit older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when I came to do the job, I had loads of members of the musicians coming up to me asking me how old I was.
Mm-hmm.
And when I said at the time I was 22, they were just like, wow, like, that is crazy. I don't know if you're gonna work for anyone bigger than Stevie. Like, they were like, you've peaked quite soon, Angel.
Well, absolutely, I would totally agree with them. That's like, okay, that would be somebody you'd be waiting to kind of perform with towards the end of your career, you know. Like,
yeah,
you know.
I was gassed.
Yeah.
I was gassed, but it was so humbling as well because he's so lovely. And I think, you know, everyone in the world has heard a Stevie song. So, you know, being in rehearsals and learning the songs that I listen to all the time, or songs that I've had to sing at another job, like, do you know what I mean? Covering a Stevie song. I'm hearing these songs now and I'm singing for the actual artist. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. You're entitled to be able to name drop in this kind of world, you know. You can do it and say, yeah, I have actually worked with Stevie Wonder. What about, I know you have obviously just supported Stormzy. What was that like? That must have been incredible as well, because he himself is an artist who has made it so well successfully with the help of social media, independently, through marketing and PR, and is just phenomenal now. What was that like, that experience?
I mean, I have to salute Stormzy because, you know, he's unsigned and he made it to #1. And for me, that is so crazy. And being a grime artist as well, like, it's all a bit mad if you put everything together and really think about where he's come from and where he is now. It's just crazy. But yeah, he's a really dope guy. He's really humble.
Well,
like,
look us up with an interview. We'd love that at some point. If you could get him on the show, we'd really love that.
Yeah, I'll definitely speak to him for you guys, man. He's so open to, like, you know, doing whatever he can for people and just being heard and about. So he's cool. Yeah, I'll
absolutely, because he is a prime example of what Brooke on the Street is about. Just artists that can make it successfully without the help of a record deal. Is it that important? You know, is it so important to wait for that big phone call, to get an advance and suddenly know that you are reliant and controlled by a label? Or can you just be in control of your own success and your own destiny and make it on your own without the help? What was it like being on stage with Stormzy?
I mean, he's got so much energy and he really believes in his music as well. So he's very much about feeling, you know, he's just like, if your heart's are in it, then we'll be fine. You know, that's the kind of guy he is. But it's just refreshing to be on stage with somebody that is genuinely in love with the music that they're doing. You know, you can see their heart in it. And I think that's what makes the difference with Stormzy.
And perhaps that's what's seen him through all the way. It's having that in him, isn't it, that's made him so amazing now. So what can we expect now for the future for Angel? What have you got coming up for us soon now, Angel, to look forward to?
Well, I've got this year, I'm going to be touring with the Gorillas. They've got a new album out right now called Humans.
That's amazing.
So you do like their music. The collaborations are crazy. It's amazing. So, yeah, purchase the project. But, yeah, I'll be doing that tour. But at the same time, I'm releasing some of my own stuff. And I've got a few shows coming up and a few more events.
Oh. So, well, do let us know so we can plug them for you, of course. And
yeah, we did.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course...
I'm singing at I Love Live this Monday coming up.
Great.
At the Underbelly in Shoreditch, if you guys are free. But yeah, there's a few things happening after that as well. It'll be good.
That sounds good. Well, we know that our other presenter, Zeeks, who presents a music TV show, I know that he goes around the UK with us to present his show. Perhaps he can pop in and see you at one of your nights in London. That would be great, and we can film you there.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, perhaps we'll arrange that for you soon. And of course, we do have our other show, Junior Star Singer, which is a national radio tour, which goes out on 20 radio stations as well. And perhaps you can give an interview with that as well soon. We perhaps would love you as a judge next year for Junior Star Singer.
This sounds great. I would love to do that.
Yeah, so because we're doing Junior Star Singer in Europe, so we would love you to be a judge for that next year. With all your experience, it would be very, very valuable, Angel. Thank you very much for speaking to the country.
Oh, thank you for speaking to me.
No, not at all.